Dressed in a classic morning coat and top hat, Prince William arrived at day 2 of Royal Ascot on Wednesday with his customary courtesy, but there was an unmistakable shadow over his composure, however. Fans and onlookers noted that the normally jovial heir to the throne appeared visibly sad and, pausing to exchange words with attendants before making his way to the carriage procession alone. His sombre demeanour sparked an immediate wave of concern across social media. Were the anguished expressions on his face simply fatigue or a sign of deeper, worrying for his beloved wife, Princess Catherine? Just hours earlier, Royal Ascot officials had published an official carriage list confirming that both the Prince and Princess of Wales would ride together in the second carriage, alongside guests such as golfer Justin Rose and his wife Catherine Phillips. Hit less than half an hour or later, Kensington Palace announced that Catherine would not be attending. The abrupt reversal left racegoers and palace staff bewildered and anxious. Kensington Palace's turf statement offered only that the Princess of Wales is disappointed not to attend, but must find the right balance as she continues her return to public life. While well-meaning, the phrasing did little to settle nerves. It reminded the world that Catherine is still navigating her recovery from cancer, a battle in the tightly scheduled world of royal events. Last-minute changes are rare. The decision for her to step back wasn't just a cancellation, it was symbolic. The princess, still recovering from her cancer battle, was choosing to rest. After a series of carefully planned public engagements, it was a clear reminder that her healing comes first. For some, it was disappointing, but for many more, it was a powerful reminder of her humanity, her strength, and the resilience it takes to prioritize health over expectation. With Catherine at home, Prince William stood in her stead. One of his most visible duties that day was presenting the trophy for the Prince of Wales's stakes, a task steeped in tradition and sentiment, one he had shared with Catherine in previous years. He performed it with grace and warmth, smiling and engaging with ease. But behind the composure was a man carrying far more than just ceremonial responsibility. He wasn't just a prince doing his duty, he was a husband representing both himself and the wife he supports in silence. The princess disclosed publicly when she announced in January that she was in remission, now on what should have been a triumphant joint appearance at one of Britain's most beloved sporting events. William found himself standing alone to perform the duties usually shared with his wife as the Prince of Wales took his place in the lead carriage, alongside King Charles III, Queen Camilla, and Prince Sadin Khaled. Also, camera lenses caught fleeting moments of vulnerability. William paused at the carriage door, his gaze searching
the crowds before settling on an empty seat beside his own. A slight frown creased his brow. Quick intake of breath suggested a man struggling to mask personal disappointment behind a mask of duty in the winner's enclosure. Later that afternoon, William presented the trophy for the Prince of Wales's stakes. With his characteristic grace, yet his speech was notably restrained.
"My wife sends her love and sends her apologies for not being able to join me today," he said, his voice tinted with emotion. "She's taking some time to rest and recharge, and I know you'll join me in wishing her a swift and smooth recovery."
Though brief, his words carried the weight of a husband's concern and a future king's. Burton. Social media lit up with supportive messages. Royal watchers reposted images of William glancing at the empty seat next to him. Fans tagged messages of encouragement for Catherine, and commentators praised William's steadfast devotion during a personal crisis played out under a relenting public scrutiny. "He stood tall today," wrote one user on X. "But you could see the cracks. This is a moment of real humanity, and it's touching."